P. Pabiton, Acting Dean of the Institute of Law, will now introduce the commencement speaker and guest of honor.
Our commencement speaker is the 189th Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the Philippines. He was born to Edgardo Rosario, also a lawyer, and Anita Rosario, a police officer. Associate Justice Rosario is a proud boys' high school and political science graduate of the Far Eastern University. He took up law at Ateneo de Manila and passed the bar in 1985. Before assuming a seat in the High Court, he was a legal officer of the National Bureau of Investigation, a corporate lawyer of the Metropolitan Waterworks and Sewerage System, a prosecutor in Quezon City, a presiding judge of the Metropolitan Trial Court of Manila and Regional Trial Court of Makati City, and an Associate Justice of the Court of Appeals. Like most lawyers, becoming a member of the Supreme Court was a dream for Associate Justice Rosario. The goal to occupy a high seat in the halls of the High Court was nurtured even before he started law school. It was a very precious dream. The words of Associate Justice Rosario was, "It was a long and arduous climb, but I never stopped dreaming." The perseverance, all the preparation, the hard work, and most of all, the prayers and faith in God Almighty finally paid off. Members of the board, officers of the Far Eastern University, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, Associate Justice Ricardo Rosario.
Wala na sa ibang kodi ko, okay na. Thank you for the nice introduction, Dean. The President of the Far Eastern University, Dr. Michael Alba. The Dean of the Far Eastern University Institute of Law, Dean Jose Marlon Pabiton. Thank you. The Associate Dean of the Far Eastern University Institute of Law, Associate Dean Erin John Aguila, the former Senior Vice President for Corporate Affairs, Attorney Gianna Montinola, the University Registrar, Mr. Genesis John Borja, officers of Far Eastern University, members of the faculty, the graduating classes, batches 2020, 2021, and 2023 of the FEU Institute of Law, parents and families of the graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I wish to congratulate the graduating classes of the FEU Institute of Law. I am very honored to be your commencement speaker this year. Standing on campus today brings back happy memories of my college days because, as you know, I obtained my undergraduate degree in political science from this same university. I spent 8 years in FEU as a student. I finished my high school and pre-law in the great institution that you are now about to depart. And to tell you honestly, not only did I receive quality education in all the years that I stayed in FEU, but I also was witness to some red letter days that inspired and served to strengthen my resolve to pursue my law studies. Though I could no longer recall the exact year that it happened, but I was in the College of Arts and Sciences when a bar result brought pride and honor to our university. The name, though, Pedro Aquino, I will never forget. For when he took the bar the previous year, the whole of the Moraita campus rejoiced after finding out that he placed second, or top two, as some would call it. I joined the festivities, playing to the hilt, proudest at the moment of my role as a true-blooded Tamaraw student of FEU. More importantly, classes were suspended. Panay tuloy ang dasal ko noon na sana every year mag-top yung FEU para walang pasok. Of course, there are or were several others, students and alumni of FEU, who would bring honor and place the FEU in the history books as a bedrock of academic excellence. Before the remarkable performance of Attorney Aquino, there were 3 FEU alumni who topped their respective bar examinations. Number 1 po yan. And about 30 to 40 who placed in the top 10. In the field of commerce, there is Mr. Ramon Ang and the late Henry C., a present and past giant and pillar in the business community, who respectively is helping and help shape Philippine economy. In the legal profession, a notable alumnus is the former Chief Justice Artemio Panganiban, whose ponencia is still much revered today for the legal principles that they enunciated and for the craftsmanship by which these were written. In the fields of entertainment and sports, FEU is a leading producer, as it honed and continues to hone the talents of its students to excel in their respective fields. Incidentally, among those who made this mark in the entertainment industry is Vice Ganda. Yes, you heard it right. Si Vice Ganda nga. Who I learned previously took up AB Political Science in FEU. I am not sure if it is appropriate, but I have to mention him because, like any other notable product of FEU, Vice Ganda proudly proclaims himself a Tamaraw every chance he gets. If that is not alma mater loyalty and a fine example of looking back, then I do not know what is. Dapat ito si Vice Ganda nag-abogado na lang eh. Very witty and smart. But as I mentioned earlier, none would inspire me more than Attorney Pedro Aquino, the man who proved to all that the FEU Institute of Law was a top-performing college and could hold its own against its more prominent counterparts. And he did it at the time I was still attending the university, serving as an inspiration to me to pursue a degree in law. To the graduating class of the FEU Institute of Law, know this. You have accomplished quite a feat, having completed your 4 years of law school. God willing, you will pass the bar and begin your legal careers carrying the name of FEU with pride. Sayang nga lang kasi hindi pa ako ang bar chairman next year. Anyway. Broadly speaking, however, and this is just my 2 cents, you should all be considered as lawyers already, having completed your LLB degree. But you need a license to practice law in the Philippines. So you have to pass the bar exams to qualify. Ganun din pala. Be that as it may, and as far as I'm concerned, after this ceremony, I will consider you all as my distinguished compañeros and compañeras. Okay ba yan? Pero wag muna kayo magnotaryo, hindi pa pwede. So what is the secret of success in the legal profession or in any career? Is it diligence, passion, or perseverance? Well, those are no longer secrets to you. Having gone through 4 years of law school, you already know that those are necessary. Indeed, I was a young man listening to my father's advice on how to achieve why others were able to make it where others failed. I still could recall the phrases, the road less traveled by, the line of least resistance. To my father, who was also a lawyer, as mentioned earlier, sacrifice and commitment were big words that I would have to learn if I did intend to carve a niche in my chosen profession. We all took the road less traveled by. That is why we are gathered here today to recognize the sacrifices that you had to make and the hardship that you had to endure to get you to this point. The College of Law is no joke, and it should be extremely gratifying to you, graduates, that the burning of the midnight oil is now about to yield fruition. Okay ba kayo? But while hard work, perseverance, and commitment are key recipes to success, you should be reminded that there is another aspect of success that is no less important than the very path to achieve it. Maintaining a successful status is just as difficult as gaining it. Again, this is no secret, but it entails sacrifice and some self-control to maintain. I'm talking about humility. It will not be long that you will be called attorneys. Do not let the title get into your head. Keep your feet firmly planted on the ground, and mark my word, you will get to enjoy the profession more, appreciate the legal system better, and find your work more rewarding. Remember who you were when you started, and remember all those who helped you along the way. You did not get to this point in your lives all by yourselves. You were supported by your parents or by other relatives who believed in you. Those who are already married were cheered on by their spouses and children. Your classmates who helped you during recitations, putting themselves at risk by whispering you the supposedly correct answer while you were being, quote-unquote, interrogated by your professor. Your professors themselves, who did their best to make sure you know the law. All of them are a big part of the reason you are here today. So be sure to thank them and let them know that you are grateful for all the help they have given you. At this point, may I request our beloved graduates to please stand up and give them a heartfelt round of applause. Okay na, okay na. Listen to this, guys. Being a member of the legal profession will open many doors for you. You will always have a source of income. You will be able to support your family with dignity. Even without knowing you personally, people will bow their heads with respect when they find out that you are an attorney. Alternately, they will quake in their shoes if they have violated the law. Your thoughts and opinions will be sought. Your words will carry great weight. Such will be your power. If driving a car, any car can give a person plus 10 pogi points. Just imagine how many additional points you will get if you were an attorney stepping down from a shiny new car. It is amazing, is it not? Agree po ba kayo? Attorney pa lang yon. Lalo siguro pag naging Supreme Court Justice na rin kayo. I'm telling you, iba po talaga yung pakiramdam. You'll feel on top of the world. With the permission of the officers, if I may share, maiksi lang po ito. Alam niyo, when I was still a law student, the guards at the gate of the Supreme Court would not even allow me to enter the Supreme Court premises. Kasi gusto ko sana magpa-picture together with the justices. Ayaw. But now that I'm one of them, iba na. Papalapit pa lang ako sa main gate ng Supreme Court. Yung mga security guard, mga PNP officers, naguunahan, sumasaludo sa akin sabay-sabay. Bubuksan yung gate, mabilis pa sa alas 4. Tatakbo yung kotse ko papunta sa building ko. Pagtigil ng kotse ko, may 3, 4, 5. Mga security, mga naguunahan. Mag-uunahan sa pagbukas ng pinto ng kotse ko. Sabi ko, sarap talaga ng pakiramdam ng Supreme Court. Kaya lang, itong problema. Pagdating ng alas 5, uwi na ako sa hapon. Pagsakay ko sa kotse ko, nag-uunahan din magsara ng pinto, naipit yung kamay ko. My apologies, not to trivialize or demean this solemn and formal occasion. I just felt the need to inject jokes in my speech, if only to rectify the wrong notion or erroneous public perception that the justices of the Supreme Court are humorless and too serious. Natutoo lang po, hindi po kami SM. Shumart, hindi Shumart. Strict na masungit pa. Pero lahat po kami gwapo. Lalo na yung Chief Justice, who happens to be my classmate and batchmate in law school. Levity aside, it would be so easy to let such power get into your head. When success at this point starts getting the better of you, it is most important that you begin practicing humility. You went to the FU Institute of Law to gain knowledge about the law. You will become an attorney because of that knowledge. Use your knowledge to help others. Use your knowledge to help the ignorant. Use it to defend the weak, the oppressed, and the poor. Earn the respect of people. Do not take it for granted. Law by itself is nothing if it is not used to establish truth and justice. Being called an attorney would be meaningless if one is bent on serving only one's own needs. We do not live for our sake alone. Our lives are more meaningful when we use our knowledge and talent for the greater good of all. Okay ba? To whom much is given, much is expected. God has given you so much. He has given you intelligence and the will to persevere. He has given you family and friends who love and support you. Now, accept the responsibility and the obligation to use your intelligence and knowledge properly. As you go forward in your legal career, remember your purpose. Make your parents, teachers, and loved ones proud of the person you turned out to be. My final words of advice. Do not ever forget the one institution that is solely responsible for shaping you up for what you are now and for what eventually you would become. Equipping you with the tools and preparing you not only for a career in the legal profession, but on practically all other aspects of your life. Always think of FU with a sense of gratitude and loyalty. Forever be faithful to the ideals it represents, and be true to what we, as students of this great institution, have or had always been proclaiming. We'll treasure within our heart the FEU. Of course, you know the FEU hymn. Alam niyo, pamilya ka. FEU ako ng FEU, hindi niyo pala. Patay tayo dito. Sige. Ano lang to? Let us all sing the last two lines together, okay? I will do it first. Ano ba yan? Nakakalimutan ko na rin. Teka muna. We'll treasure within our heart the FEU. We'll treasure within our hearts the FEU. Together this time. Ready? Sing. We'll treasure within our hearts the FEU. We'll treasure within our hearts the FEU. Thank you and good luck, everyone. Napakatuloy ako.
President Michael M. Alba, together with Institute of Law Acting Dean Jose Marlon Pabiton and Attorney Gianna Montenola, former Senior Vice President for Corporate Affairs, will award the plaque of appreciation to our commencement speaker. The plaque reads, Far Eastern University, Manila, Philippines presents this plaque of appreciation to Honorable Ricardo R. Rosario in grateful recognition of his participation as guest of honor and speaker during the 79th Law Hooding and Commencement Exercises, given the 6th day of June 2023 at the FEU Auditorium, Manila. Signed, Aurelio R. Montenola III, Chair, Board of Trustees, and Michael M. Alba, PhD, President. Honorable Associate Justice Rosario is, as mentioned by the Dean earlier, Honorable Associate Justice Rosario is a proud Boys High School and political science graduate of Far Eastern University. Recently, he was nominated and selected as one of the recipients of the 2023 FEU Green and Gold Award. Since he was not able to grace the awarding ceremony, President Michael M. Alba, together with Attorney Gianna Montinola and Mr. Selmer Santos, Alumni Relations Director, will now bestow him the Green and Gold Award for Outstanding Alumni. Please remain standing as Dana May Dakatimbang Tadea, salutatorian of Class 2023, leads in the recitation of the Pledge of Loyalty.
Pledge of Loyalty. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. In grateful recognition of all that my alma mater has done for me, I hereby pledge to her my loyalty and solemnly promise to live according to her ideals, work unceasingly to preserve the heritage of our glorious race, elevate the dignity of man, and promote the unity of mankind and the glory of Almighty God. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the singing of the FEU hymn. Ito na, Justice. Totoo na to. That concludes our 79th Law Hooding and Commencement Exercises. Please remain standing for the exit of the University Mace and officials.